everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we back again inside the house in Fata Morgana. So a lot of things came out last time, with Nelly breaking through a painting, and noticing probably for the first time that Mel has been getting closer and closer to that white-haired girl, which we still don't know her name of, honestly, and possibly realizing that that girl and Mel are possibly half siblings, and Mel has been this whole time unknowingly trying to court her this entire time. And it doesn't make any difference at all because they still grew up together, but I'm wondering if it was later found out that Nelly is not related to Mel at any kind, even half sibling or just she's just adopted by the family or not. I wonder if that makes things worse or not, honestly. If Nelly just tells to Mel straight up that oh, that girl, oh, you shouldn't date her, she's still she's your half sibling. It's I don't care, after all this time. I don't know if that makes it worse, honestly, if he knows everything that happens, including if Nelly's not related to him at all and he's still nah, you're not my type, honestly. I wonder if that makes things worse, honestly, from how Nelly reacted to everything, honestly. Because I still can't quite pin down if, she actually loves Mel in that way, or literally just familial, honestly, if, you're getting your attention off of me into her, honestly, because there's been a lot of jokes going that way and the other way, which, yeah, I still don't know how to take it, though, but apparently reached the climax of this story. Ah, we finally reached this point of the tale, Master. If your memory has been refreshed, then we can return to the mansion immediately. That's all we need to see from this memory? Very well, then. If you insist, Master, we shall proceed with the story. It was a stormy night, much like the one the white-haired girl had first arrived on. Wait, you were playing only showed just all the way up until that? No, this is the juicy bits. It was quiet as a crypt in the mansion. Not a single light visible in the halls. The house sat and waited for the sun to peek out over the horizon. The darkness is, generally speaking, something that rushes by like a gust of wind as we sleep. The flaxen-haired young man lay too in bed, pale blue moonlight sporadically streaming through the gaps in his drawn velvet curtains. He attempted to submit to slumber. Oh no, is sister gonna stab and sleep? He was having difficulty drifting off, but as time trickled onward, he drew closer and closer to the arms of Morpheus. Hi. Suddenly he sensed a presence in the room, much like the one from those nights some weeks earlier. Can't tell, don't know if this is the white-haired girl, honestly. No, I think it makes sense it was her sitting outside his room, almost nice as did Nelly. I don't think she would notice anything weird going on from that. Yeah. Is someone there? Answer. A slender feminine finger brushed gently against his lips. Okay, you're making it really hard to tell again, Nelly. There was no hostility in the motion, but rather a great deal of affection. The silhouette faintly visible in the dark room was the same as that night. A flash of lightning shone through the drawn curtains, illuminating her beautiful white hair. My first thought is, are there wigs in this mansion? Several silky locks spilled over her shoulders and brushed against Mel's cheeks. A couple soft puffs of air tickled his face, as though she were silently laughing. He assumed her finger, held against his lips, was her way of telling him to stay quiet. She began to slowly, delicately trace the outline of his mouth, moving down his cheek and along his jawline as if it were porcelain. You're rather more forward than I remember. Well, I suppose you're always quite daring. This isn't the first time you sneaked into my bedchamber. Yeah, you're not attempting to speak honestly, because you know that's what will arouse suspicion and ruin the surprise. The boy said in an attempt to conceal surprise. Do you remember the night she came to exact revenge on him for her father? Indeed. She had proven herself to be a rather bold girl once already. Just leaving him nice little marks on the neck. It's dark. I can't see you very well. Why don't I light a lamp, or perhaps we could open the... Before I could finish, the white-haired girl sealed his lips with her own. In the near total darkness of this bedchamber, the two shadows appeared as one. So I don't know what to make of this. They remained that way for several minutes. Their kiss was innocent, no more than the pressing together of two pairs of lips. At the same time, the white-haired girl lovingly ran her fingertips across his skin. When their lips separated, Mel gasped for air. It seemed he had been holding his breath. Slightly embarrassed himself, he said, "Dearest Mel." Yep. Wow, what lovely yellow eyes you have. Nothing. He could not speak. The silhouette hanging above him was certainly the white-haired girl's. Or was it? Was it you're only just thinking of the woman in your dreams, apparently? Because his next words were, "Get off me!" He reflectively shoved the girl, straddling him aside. She rolled off the bed, landing on the cold floor, but slowly, gradually, she crawled her way back toward him. That wasn't very nice. Veiled in darkness, she slowly lifted her head, and then there was another flash of lightning. The heavy fabric of the curtains rustled, bolts of light streaming between the gaps. What? Her flaxen irises glimmered. Though in the bluish-white light, they took on a twinge of almost golden glow. Don't you be so rough. This isn't the first time she's visited your bedchamber. Is it, Mel? Or did I not kiss you the same way? She didn't kiss me at all. She choked me and strangled me. Oh, I can do that! Tell me, how does she run her fingers across your skin? What does she do when she noses up to you? It feels like sandpaper. Stop. Stop this madness, Nelly. Why would you do this? Because you like white hair, don't you, Mel? So I'm, either wig or I'm, I don't know, scalping. Oh, no. You like white hair, which is why you fell for her, isn't it? So if I have white hair, then you'll fall for me too. Okay, so that question's in my brain now. It's not familial. Okay, then. Alright, then. Then I can be your princess again, dearest Mel. What are you even talking about? He could not escape from his sister's piercing gaze. Why? What happened? How could she? Questions crashed into the young man's mind like waves in a stormy sea. But none of them found answers. It simply caused him further perplexity. Your hair? What happened to your hair? She bleached it. How did you get that color? Oh, this? Oh. You like my wig? Oh. Okay, well, I guess right. It technically still is a wig. But as soon as the words left her mouth, Mel was in motion, propelled by pure instinct. He clenched Nellie's shoulders tight and had to dig his fingers into her flesh. You're hurting me, Mel. What did you do to her? Tell me, what did you do? I made her leave. It's a perfectly reasonable decision. She was obviously not nobility, and thus hardly fit to be part of this household. There's no need to worry, Mel. I'm here to take her place. You sound like a mad woman. It doesn't matter if she was noble blood or not. She promised she would stay by my side. So why? How could you do that to her? I promised you that long before she ever did. And I love you far more than she did, Mel. Have you lost your mind? You're not making any sense. Where is she now? What is she doing? It's always her with you. What more can you want from me? Tell me, what does she have that I don't? What do I have to do to get you to focus on me and only me? We're siblings. I don't know if it makes it worse or not if we find out you're both not. Don't you understand what you're doing? Oh, I understand quite well. Far better than you do, dearest Mel. I even know that a former queen was executed for it. But if we don't get caught, there's no problem. Nelly, are you saying you always felt this way about me? The jokes are already there. I kind of sensed it. Oh my, you didn't notice, dearest Mel. You truly are a dense one. Already sinking to the bottom of the sea with that one. I guess romance just isn't your strong suit. I thought you should know that about him after all this time. Oh my god. But you noticed now, haven't you? You know exactly how I feel about you, right? Quit it. Enough. Don't say anything else. Stop having these insane feelings for me. It's disgusting. What are you laughing about? Poor Mel contend their complete ignorance. Alright, I'll tell you everything. Mel, you can only love blood-related women. I don't know about that. We only seen how to crush on one person. Huh? His cackling sister appeared to him like some kind of inhuman life form. Aliens. Her actions and incomprehensible exclamations slowly drained him of his strength. What kind of deranged nonsense is that? I love her. She's your sister, Mel. Very funny. How far in your mind have you gone, Nelly? Poor Mel. Do you honestly know nothing? Say that her father was a painter? He painted pictures for a living. What of it? For a time, her father painted for our family. You've seen the picture before, dearest Mel. The one hanging in my room of the two of us. That was painted by her father. He did a good job, didn't he? He did a good job making a future portrait. I kept asking and asking until you finally agreed to hold my hand. And how'd you feel about that? You were rather embarrassed, weren't you? Do you remember that day, dearest Mel? You couldn't possibly remember it. There's a chance you might remember this. Before we moved to this mansion, we had a painter with white hair. I don't remember any such thing. So are you in denial, or it never happened? He was long ago. A painter in a service of the Rhodes family. We're on a road to hell right now. The painter did something very, very bad. Because that, he couldn't remain part of our household. Do you know what he did, Mel? He lay with Mother. Oh, they just slept in bed together, did nothing else. They just cuddled, that's it. Nothing else, don't worry about it. My father was chased from your house. If the child had been born with flaxen hair, then the painter would not have been thrown out. The baby would have been accepted as part of the family. That wasn't how it turned out. The child had white hair. She didn't look at all like she carried the Rhodes family blood. But see, Mother had me. That I'm here is all the proof you need. The girl born 16 years ago didn't have flaxen hair. Up until his last breath, he was only ever concerned about me. He held me in his arms and ran his hands through my hair, an apologetic look on his face. You're talking total nonsense. What proof do you have? I got a painting as proof. Well, it's probably not that well, but in this time period, it's probably the best you get. If you want to see it, I'll gladly show you. You already sent a message in the painting in my room. Tell me, am I truly wrong? In different ways. What did that girl tell you? You're lying. What part of it is a lie, Mel? Everything I'm telling you is the truth. Why don't you go ask Mother? I'm sure she would throw quite the fit. Mother wouldn't. The mistress did not send me away when she saw me. Quite the opposite, she took me in as her servant. That makes more sense, honestly. It never made sense to me. How would she hire a maid she knew nothing about? Someone who just showed up at the door one day. And when I asked Mother to make her my maid, she stubbornly refused. Make her your maid. From a good house? Don't make me laugh. I'm actually more wondering why she didn't want to give, unless she, like, was really just, making sure, like, the maid was under, her orders, honestly, no one else's then. I guess it makes more sense. If she were really nobility, she would have given us her name. My mother was so desperate to cover her mistake. Yeah, we don't even know. We never knew her name, honestly, those time. Unless, you, dearest, Mel, have you found out her name? Or this entire, like, months long of, like, talking, flirting, and trying to court her, you're just like, we don't need to know about any names, honestly. We don't need to know. I'll just call you maid for the rest of your life. That doesn't make any sense. I don't believe a word you're saying. It couldn't possibly be true. Wouldn't it be nice if you could bury your head in sand? But Mel, feigning ignorance is sin. No. I refuse to believe it. Not a chance in hell. You just don't understand anything. How I feel, how much I've suffered. Do you have an idea how long I've loved you? Know that you would never accept my affection. But then, fancy that. You fell in love with your half-sister. Then I should qualify for your love too. Shouldn't I, Mel? Oh, okay. Stop it. Enough. Shut your mouth. Not another word. I don't believe any of this. Run. Mel. I know you'll never love me. I know there's nowhere for me to run. Say, when we were kids, was that really me? Or was it a ghost? Was it really by your side, Mel? The painting tells the whole truth. I was never once to get to be your princess. Okay, you're just having a whole full-blown mental breakdown then. Not even once. Dearest Mel, everyone just loves to dote on me. They're always telling me how pretty I am. Mother does, father does, and all the maids do too. I can do anything I want. So for me, I don't think a spoiled child is the only form of rebellion I have. I don't have the kind of freedom you do, Mel. I'm just a doll for the family to play with. When I have visitors, it's only ever for show. So it's not my fault I don't have friends. Dearest Mel, you're the only one who's ever cared about me more than anything in the world. Dearest Mel, I always knew how I'd react if you fell in love. I'd cry my eyes out, I would envy her to death, I would get angry as a bull. But eventually I would have given up. I knew I could never have it my way after all. My feelings would never bear fruit. So why did she have to be your sister? So if you never found that painting, honestly, everything would just be completely fine. You just throw a fit like normal, but nothing else would have happened. Yay! It's all a painter's fault. It's all his fault. Why is he being such a good painter? It's all your fault. Tell me, why? Hey, it's the good old happy fun times from back then. I'll be your princess. Okay, look at that. Oh, dearest Mel, here you are again reading such hard books. Well, I mean, if it's a paperback, then it's not really a hard book. Your eyes will go bad if you spend too long staring at the pages. I swear to God, it's this time era's version of don't stare too long at the TV. God damn it. I'll be fine, Nelly. It's not like I'm reading 24 hours a day. I'm reading 25. That's not good enough. You'll be reading 26. If your eyes go bad, dearest Mel, you won't be able to see me anymore. You worry too much. I can see you fine and well, my princess. Your hair, glimmering like the sun. Your beautiful smile. I can see you clear as day, and I'll never change. Plus, the skies are clear today, so you're even more radiant than usual. Is the background turning red? This is the rose garden, I guess. Is it just me, or is the music also a different pitch than last time? You know this is my favorite season. Winter's cold and there's so much rain, I can't stand it. As it gets closer to my birthday, the clouds go away. Oh, and I just so adore the sun. Ah, yeah, it's almost your birthday, isn't it? Have you decided what you're gonna ask Father for? Not yet. I want pretty dolls and shoes with sparkling gems. I also want a pretty dress like the one Mom wears. A list that long is asking a bit much, and for father, that was only 3 or 4 things. But dearest Mel... I already have what I want the most. The truth is, as long as I have that, I don't need anything else. Oh? What would that be? The hairpin they bought for you the other day? Or maybe the song they'd written for you last year? None of that, dearest Mel. Huh. Then what could it be? Now I'm really curious. What is it so valuable to you? Your affection. That's a secret! You'll find out when you're older. Girls have so many secrets, I just don't know what to do. Say, dearest Mel, would you run your fingers through my hair? Just for a little bit. What's gotten into you, Nelly? Why are you so hungry for attention all of a sudden? Please, dearest Mel. I can't tell if the dream from way before I'm gonna see something in the deeper in the past or not, or it's gonna happen in the future. Oh, Nelly, what am I gonna do with you? Absolutely nothing, apparently. Come over here. And I want to sit in your lap. Yes, yes, you wish, my beautiful, beautiful little princess. Yay. Say, dearest Mel. What is this time, Nelly? Right now, I'm so incredibly happy. Oh, and out of curiosity, who was it that you really cared so much about? Mel just having to still have a fun time just running through my... Oh no, he made me out of the mansion, didn't he? He's like pouring down rain now, just running through the town, screaming his absolute head off. And no one just listening because they're so deep asleep that they think it's a beast running around through the great old walls of the city. In a fever frenzy, Mel fled from the mansion. Even in early summer, the night was cold. To make matters worse, raindrops pelted him from head to toe. That caused him little discomfort, for a far greater maelstrom of pain rampaged within his breast. At night, the town took on a different appearance. Not simply for lack of illumination, but people active within it as well. It was not a suitable place for a young aristocratic man to go wandering unattended. The darkness is not only the abode of devils, but of beggars, thieves, criminals, and all manner of things undesirable. Dang, didn't realize the homeless were bad too. I'm still curious about that one beggar guy who was always let outside of the church. Honestly, I thought I'm still holding on hope for some reason that is the white hair girl's father, because I think we only ever heard it came out of nowhere that she apparently mentioned before that her dad was dead. I can't remember that still. Despite that, he continued to run, knowing not where he was to head. He simply where his feet took him. Well, go to where your heart tells you. Just run to the church. You take your routine there a lot. And where he arrived was the church. Father! Father! God should be able to offer me counsel. Answer all my questions. About that painting, about her, and about Nellie's feelings. Not her lies, but the truth. Please, open the door. Open the door! As you might expect, the door was locked. The priest showed no sign of responding to his calls. The sound of the pouring rain drowned out everything else. I swear to God, you're going to break in through the window. His head drooped feebly. He looked like a helpless little calf who had wandered alone onto a dark, precarious mountain path with no end in sight. Why? How won't anyone tell me the truth? All I want is for someone to tell me it's not true. I think he's trying to complaining in his mind about maybe oh God, it makes it probably even worse. Did everyone in town realize, honestly, because of the white hair, honestly, because of the painter, honestly, and finding out about the whole affair, possibly through rumors, because I'm pretty sure there's not really much happening in towns anyway, besides big scandals like that. And they kind of already quickly figured out everything before Mel and Nellie ever did. And this, instead of him, the whole thing of him, you shouldn't date that girl. She's of the lower class than you. They're just like, no, she's your sister. We can't tell you that. We just can't tell you that personally. Figure out yourself, please. Look over your lineage, please. Please, we're trying to tell you to save you from the horrible truth, Mel. Please. Have I sinned? Well, not from your own volition, honestly. You didn't know, honestly. I swear to God, if like that's a sin, honestly, because you didn't know about it, then wow, that's terrible. No, I didn't know anything. Exactly. I didn't know. No, none of it's true. So I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not at fault, am I? Nevertheless, his sister's claims and her laughs continue to echo within his head. If he truly believed it to be false, he would have gone to look at the painting. That he could not was an indication that uncertainty had a stronger grip on him. Fragmented images of a white-haired painter fluttered through the back of his mind. He desperately shoved them aside. What good is the church? What good is theology? What good is God? What? Something moved near the boy. He stood immediately behind him and grasped his light dressing gown. He had been so consumed in his own world that he had not noticed the person's presence till they were so close enough to touch him. What? Who are you? Sitting there was a beggar dressed in tattered rags. Hello, Other Father. He's still begging the church? The hooded beggar tentatively extended his hand toward Mel, pleading for relief with his sad, slender fingers. Were he a generous young man, Mel would have given the beggar something. I'm pretty sure this late at night, when the guy just touched your hand in the middle of the night, I'm pretty sure that goes out the window. Were he generous, of course. Oh, you telling me those other times he was generous was not? He was literally just playing social uppities? Okay. Lord. Get your filthy hands off me! Okay, yep, that's true. I don't have a damn thing to give you right now. Don't you dare touch me! Suddenly, the beggar's head turned upward. My eyes got the beggar's. Her hood fell back, revealing a hairless head. Why? And a pair of red eyes gazing bitterly, with a familiar, distinctive glimmer at Mel. Red eyes. She immediately covered her face and turned to run. Oh, yay. It can't be. The beggar that's always been here was a... You said yourself that they would not survive much longer. But like, okay, so is it literally the white hair girl we should know the name of, or like every single day, or... Okay. Huh. How can you be certain that she was the same beggar? Wait for me! Perhaps as someone of such high social standing, all beggars appear the same to you. Oh, I see. They all look the same. Okay. Every single homeless person around here just has red eyes and a bald head. Or perhaps you wanted to believe your meager generosity made a difference. It's something of value. I'm not saying it's wrong to think so. Wait for me! I chased the fleeing girl. Though I shouted her to stop, she continues to run. The rain is so heavy, I'm afraid I might lose her. I'm terrified. But I didn't do anything wrong, did I? I'm begging you, please stop. It mostly just depends on what you do next. I'm begging you, please stop. I just want to talk. She comes to a stop at a corner. Please do not go around this corner. I don't think we should. I don't know if we should continue to label her as white hair girl. As messed up as that sounds. It's you, isn't it? I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? What I said back there was terrible, and for that I truly am sorry. I didn't realize it was you. Please, come back to me. If you're concerned about social status, I'll figure something out. And Nellie's getting married off soon enough. Oh, yes. Nellie. Forgot. Nellie does some horrible things to you. She's lost her mind. She's talking nonsense. But don't worry, she'll be out of the picture soon enough. She probably told her everything as well, honestly, I guess, you know, drive the knife into the wound even deeper, honestly. I'll make sure you're safe. Say something. Please. Are you angry? You're angry, aren't you? I'm not angry at you. I'm just disappointed. I'm not... Did you know everything? Did you come to our house aware of everything? What? Did you? Tell me, please. The priest isn't around and everything Nelly says is a lie, right? You're the only one who would tell me it's not true. What are you... Our relationship. I don't understand what you're saying. I see. You don't know. You don't know. It's for the best. Nelly's the only one who knows. It should be gone before long. Everything be alright. Oh, I see. So you actually are gonna continue down that path again. I see how it is. I see how it is, Mel. Okay then. Alright then. Lord Mel. It'll be alright. Let's go back. I'll make sure you're never put in danger again. And yeah, just lock yourself in a room and just put dresser up against the walls and the window and the door. I'm begging you, stay with me. My appearance is no longer suitable to stay at your side. I mean, you could just steal Nelly's wig again, honestly. You saw how unsightly I am back at the church, did you not? Hair can grow back. It's gonna take a while. That's not a problem. Now I truly look the part of the hideous witch. But I am to blame. Oh yeah. That white rose turning red, I still know what to think about that. It was a sin for me to find happiness in your kindness. What are you talking about? My sin was falling in love with you. Oh. Not what happened to my father, nor how we had to spend our days. There's no sin in that. We have our whole lives ahead of us, don't we? Well, at time, this whole tragic mess will be behind us. Things only get better from here. I'll be your prince, like the one who took the girl to see the outside world. Yeah, I can already imagine just Nelly just around the corner listening to all this and like, you fucking backstabber, just stabs him in the back. Okay. So please, give me your hand. Come to me. Don't leave me all alone. I need you by my side. Please. I extend my hand around the corner. I sense her hesitating beyond the bend. I'm begging you. Can't see what's on their side, but a vision of her reaching out to put her hand in mine wells up in my mind. But that story never had an ending. Oh, you're gonna make Mel can make some romantic line about him. Well, then we'll make one. What? She doesn't take my hand. I doubt the girl ever wrote that letter. Why are you taking it so literally anyway? I still don't know how to feel about him, what was it, if they actually do get together. It's like, what was it, It's weird, but it's probably better if, like, Mel tells her about it, and if, even if they both understand what's happening and they still want to be together, like, it's that whole thing, like, it's wrong if both sides don't know what's going on, but it's kind of fine. It's just weird, honestly, at least to me, honestly, probably many people, honestly, that even if, like, two people knew each other, like, they are related, honestly, but they never, like, grew up together. It's still weird, but it gets us better. They both know their siblings, they still decide to go further anyway, then it's weird. It's just weird. She's not there when I turn the corner. Why? How did things end up like this? Where did I go wrong, oh god? Oh, hi. Hello. Your error is likely your kindness. You should have been more of an asshole when you were growing up. Okay, then. Thoughtlessly, haphazardly spreading your generosity. That's weird. But that generosity came from your own desire to avoid pain. For your own happiness. I, what should I have done? Can't take this. Everyone was happy. Nellie used to laugh and smile. She once meant the world to me. Before you kind of took your eyes off of her, honestly. I still, am still a bit, like, mostly just annoyed by, how you, like, took the entire thing about, the marriage proposal, not betrothal. Honestly, and, you were just completely fine with it, even though, you knew your sister was, like, I don't want to get married at all. And, like, you knew about that. He was part of the time still, honestly, but still. How do things end up like this? It's not my fault, I didn't do anything wrong. If you pretend like nothing happened, then perhaps they can go on smiling in your head. But regardless, you must follow the path you tread. It is your path alone. It's your road alone. The path you chose when, in that moment, you decided to run. Make the wrong choice in those moments, and you shall find yourself on the road to ruin. You would have been better off not knowing. Better off in the dark. Just wanted those tranquil days to last. They're supposed to last forever. At some point, your childhood must come to an end. That ending may not be the one you anticipated. Can't stand this world. You yearn for a world that would treat you with kindness. What should I do? What should I have done? Someone, please help me. Well, right now, you can't really do anything else unless you want to go, unless you can go back in time, which I'm good luck with that. You should return now. You spend too long in here, you're liable to catch a cold. Now, let's return to our own time. What? Oh. Oh, okay then. That was literally just time travel maid. Okay then. Okay, gotcha. Like we were just like standing there all, oh wow, look at that, Rose Manor completed her one. I tried finding some way to remove honest the Steam overlay just so when other people like suddenly just start playing the game honestly when I'm going through this. But I just can't get rid of it honestly. I have to edit out and post, which is annoying. But that's the first door, I guess. Yippee. Hooray. One guy's in my social life and his family standing and I guess mostly his family standing is all disarray now. Yay, yippee. The crestfallen young man faded into the distance, and the decrepit double doors clacked shut. Through the shattered glass, he could see only the ruins of a garden, not a single rose growing within. He had evidently returned from the past. The rose garden was completely abandoned, honestly. This is no longer Rose Manor. It doesn't smell sweet, and honestly. You can only feel the thorns when you grip the rose, honestly. In the garden, weeds grew taller than people. You found it difficult to look at. A wolf howled in the distance, a roo. The children, the sea of roses, and the white-haired girl were nowhere to be found. You and the maid who called you master were the only people present in the mansion. What happens to them next? I don't know, you could show it. Oh, master, you know better than I. Oh, okay. My, you cannot remember. Seems this is quite serious, then. Worry not, my loyalty only lies with you, master. The mansion has witnessed more yet. Let's make our way to the second door. How many doors are in the mansion? Your hand in hers, the maid guides you back to the kitchen and into the tea room. Her palms were still cold. You felt as though you were clenching ice. Master, do you wish to know the truth no matter what may be hidden within? It depends, honestly. There's the whole thing of the lie might be like the truth might be worse than the lie, honestly, and the truth might sting more, but it honestly just depends. Or if it's something you would be happier not knowing, would you rather remain in the dark? If it's something like that happened in that story, then I would definitely want to know. Fuck it. But like for other things, like honestly, about pending case. Oh, is that so? I wonder about their father. Yes, the flaxen-haired sibling's father. Do you think he knew about the white-haired girl? Probably not. I don't, like, if he was on vacation the entire time, their mom would probably not say a word to them, honestly. They'll probably just be a bit, they probably ask the maids around a bit and ask them what happened to her, honestly, which she fled and never returned to the mansion after that. Possibly? But I think the only way he'll probably know about that is if the maids, like, gossip about it a bit of why they just left, honestly. But, it was normal for, like, maids and, like, I guess butlers, honestly, from, just leave without like any warning, honestly, then they probably won't gossip about it too much or talk about it too much. They just think, oh, okay, they just went back. Honestly, there's something wrong with the service then, and just that's that then. If he did, perhaps he allowed her to stay because of how deeply he loved his wife, or maybe because he did not want people to find out about her. I expect he too experienced many different emotions, but those pages of his story remain untold. Her parents likely had a turbulent tale as well, but theirs is not of consequence to us. To whom? I could not tell you. But to themselves. You and the maid crossed through the entrance hall, continuing your trek. At some point, the fire in the fireplace had faded to embers, emphasizing the lack of light within the mansion. The maid took a candlestick and lit the cinders. The small flame illuminated her pale face. On a whim, you asked the maid about herself. About me? I'm a maid devoted to your service, master, as I've said. More details. Oh? What was that? You're interested in my name? You flatter me. I truly do appreciate the question, but you're more than welcome to simply call me the maid. Also, it would make me much happy to hear you say my name after you recalled who you are, master. A subtle smile rose to the maid's face, after which she began to lead you down a first-floor corridor. Again, why is you always capitalized with a Y? Oh, is this a window, actually? Oh, it's a mirror. Still holding the maid's hand, you pass in front of a full-length mirror. In it reflected the warm light of the candle, which disappeared out of range shortly thereafter. Oh my, isn't the matter? Did you come across something peculiar? The maid had not appeared in the mirror, so there really are vampires here. Unless the mirror's not silverback, then she's something else entirely. She's a ghost. Though she was not the only one without a reflection. Oh my gosh, we're all vampires. You reach the end of the corridor. Oh, we're going to the basement, okay. Yay, the cellar. There appeared to be a doorway. The door itself was long since gone, leaving a hole in the wall to frame the stairs behind it. Without hesitation, the maid descended into the darkness. You have more interest in this mansion, master, than in a mere maid, do you not? Though it pains me to say as much in your presence, master, this house is cursed. Yes, it is a curse that runs deep. As you just bore witness to, the majority of those who dwell within these walls fall into misfortune. I served here for many years, and periods of happiness are as fleeting as a sugar cube in a cup of hot tea. So, nothing unfortunate has ever happened to you, then? Or are you gonna tell me, like, apparently us getting amnesia like this is your big misfortune, then? Why did such tragedies befall them? If I were to guess, master, it was because you had not returned. Make it sound like I'm thinking back and that this main person was crucified. What, are we Jesus or something? But when you remember your true self, the mansion's curse should be broken. Next door is before us. It appeared to be the entrance to a cellar. The disconsolate wooden door was visibly rotten in several places. The scene might crumble at a single touch, comically turning into ash at your touch. You hear the sound of something devouring meat beyond the door. Oh, we got rats or other beasts down there? Maybe there was a beast living within. Well, you can keep him as a pet. Before you get a chance to say, you thought it was dangerous, the maid opened the door with a chilling smile on her face. Your first impression was that it smelled of blood. Let's hope this next person is a butcher. The second door. Honestly, I thought the mirror was gonna be the next door, honestly. 1707. Oh, is that actually more recently? Hmm. Oh, the little, like, the UI element's different every time. It was roses before, now it's like fog or mist. And what is this soundtrack? Oh, it's like grinding metal. The mansion sat in ruins in the era, not a soul resided within. The grandeur of the houses lost the ages. It was in perpetual decline. Not a flower grew in the garden. Dust and dirt blackened the plaster. Cobwebs blackened the corridors. Ivy shrouded the outer walls. It was not a pleasant sight. As hard as I tried to fight it, I could not stop the mansion's descent into disrepair. The depth of the previous owner's grief, perhaps despair, was far too much. After the beautiful, flaxen-haired family, people stayed away from the mansion. Oh, okay. So they went mad then, and they were just like, nah, that mansion is bad. That's bad. The bad vibes are off the charts. They had no heirs, so the bloodline simply vanished in the depths of history. It had been about 50 years since the house last had a resident. The forlorn property appeared as though it had been abandoned for centuries. The occasional villager who stumbled upon it did not remain there for more than a day. My time there was rather solitary. It was perhaps the loneliest time in my life. Everyone who visited the mansion feared it. I was left without anyone to become its master. I even came to believe that my time serving as a maid would come to an end in this era. However, one day, I noticed something out of the ordinary. As the servant of the house, I am almost immediately aware of any new presence in the walls. There appeared to be someone downstairs. Can you imagine just how delighted I was? Oh wait, is that a jewelry box? Though part of me was anxious about what kind of person I might find, the possibility that it could be you had my heart aflutter. So yeah, I'm making it sound like both this maid and who we're playing as is like like an old, like almost immortal or long-living being, I guess. Then, Plus, I guess after that, I'm thinking back to the line they mentioned before, like the no heirs part. Then yeah, like either yeah, probably like just the Rhodes family legitimately just did not want to have kids anymore. Probably just because of the whole thing of if like how the story framed is to be true, then legitimately that Mel would not have a crush on anyone besides siblings then, and definitely not Nelly anymore based on what happened. Honestly, then yeah, Nelly would do everything in her power not to be betrothed. So there goes that thing over again, and the white hair girl honestly just run away and never be seen again. Honestly, like her hair probably growing back unless when she when Nelly took the wig, honestly, and made her more scarred than oh boy. So resisting the urge to rush, I head for the basement. Okay, thank you for the sound effect of Friday the 13th, Chi-Chi, The cellar was where red wine, smoked meat, and other preserved foods were kept. Oh, that person isn't just is gorging himself on the food down there. At that point, the wine was practically antique. As expected, the man had made his way to the cellar. Oh, he was eating rotten meat. Okay, nice. Wait, wait. Is this gonna be where that story leads? Oh no. Oh, this is actually gonna be interesting. Is anyone there? Although I'm unsure if referring to him as a man is entirely accurate. Oh, this is the story! That screenshot! The screenshot! We're not dealing with vampires this time. Not entirely, but we're dealing with... What? Sorry, I don't know how to speak X's. Oh my, this is quite something. You look quite distressed hearing that. Oh. Oh, yep, okay, it's the beast. Beast man. Holy shit. That actually is very, both cool and very creepy looking. It's like a black shadowy mist, just seeing veins pop all over them. Just red, eyes and mouth with spiked teeth. Ooh. The very first thing I sensed was an almost unbearable stench. The odor emanated from the man, heightened by the food he had carelessly rummaged through. Blood-red liquid spilled from the wine barrels, soaking the floor. He's drunk off the power. His sunken eyes had a piercing, wolf-like glimmer in them. His teeth were sharp and yellowed, visible as he ripped into the chunk of meat. He grumbled in a seemingly inhuman tongue. So now vampires, witches, and now werewolves, baby! I was looking at a beast. Or perhaps a half-beast. There's another source of odor in the room, though. It had something of a kind of metallic tinge to it. And when I noticed this, I nearly passed out. The red liquid was not just wine as I assumed. The beast had, I presume, stolen a weapon from the village. So, like, it's half beast, but it doesn't have claws then? I guess it's mouth then. Meh. A sword far too nice for him lay on the floor by his side. I could hardly imagine how many people's lives he had taken with that blade. It was visibly wet with blood. Even the darkness of the cellar, at the same time, had an imposing gleam to it. The fine, luscious aroma of the wine could not mask the stench of the blood in the beast. Holding my breath, it took a few moments to ponder. Ponder what? Oh, master, you know, inviting them in. Tell me, were you summoned here by the mansion? That's still a cool sound effect for just their voice. Did you come here knowing what kind of place it is? If you're in want of money, you're welcome to help yourself to some of the furniture. I imagine the villagers would be willing to welcome you if you dress yourself up a bit more like a person. Then you can trade the furniture for food and make your way to a larger town. The wolf was able to fool the innocent little girl simply by putting on clothing after all. Oh, you're the Little Red Riding Hood story, okay. Oh dear, I was afraid you wouldn't understand me. What am I to do? How do you speak, Beast Man? I was in quite a predicament. Nevertheless, it meant a great deal to me then that I had found someone who did not fear the mansion, be they human or beast. There we go, there's a non-discrimination I'm looking for. To decide I should give him my assistance, while doing my best not to agitate him. Say, could you, perchance, be my new master? Can't just say perchance like that. Oh, that's a cool effect. The mist taking over the screen. Oh, that looks cool. It's like a beachside mountain. The mansion sat near the ocean. To say it was perched upon a cliff might make it sound rather intimidating. You could see the beautifully clear sea through the windows, a glimmering expanse of emerald and turquoise. If the mansion had been in a proper condition, it would have been breathtaking against that backdrop. I even wanted to plant orange trees in the garden. Wait, orange trees? Wait, orange trees? Or something like trees that have like almost like orange like wood inside, like bark? Or are you talking about actual trees that have like orange like leaves and branches? I'm pretty sure it's autumn. What are you talking about? That was a tumultuous era. The sun still shone bright upon the land, which only started to emphasize the house's unsightliness. Oh yes, perhaps I should give you some more background information. At that point in time, a war had just drawn to a close. Was it the... They mentioned a war, like, throughout the last one, or, like, the coming war, anyway. The once gorgeous wetlands were infested with crows picking at decaying remains. Bodies of soldiers fallen in battle continually washed up on the shores of coastal villages. The people wanted nothing more than for the current to draw on that deeply political contest. When it finally did, the kingdom, with its richly fertile shores, was stripped of its independence, beginning a new era under new rule. The people were exhausted, their spirits wasted away. The splendor of the ocean and sky did nothing to help. In mind, the beast emblematic of the times, emaciated and enveloped in the scent of blood. But the war came to an end. Well, the beast was hence his mansion and killing everything in his path to eat those people, honestly, in some capacity. I guess it wouldn't be too hard to think it was the soldiers and other people who died during the war then. Unless they noticed several bite marks and people were just wondering how Probably how desperate some of the soldiers got, honestly, when they ran out of food and rations then. There'll be those questions then. Thus the beast did not have to remain a beast, I thought. Did he? I mean, he'd be wherever he wants to if he puts his mind to it. And so I endeavored to make the beast more human-like. So Peter the Beast tale, oh god. First, I needed to do something about his appearance. I would draw a bath, scrub away all the filth, and dress him in clothing left in the mansion. Now just imagining some misty, black fired smoky person in just the most fancy tuxedo you've ever seen in your life, just walking around town. Like their fingers and the skin just shimmering around like flames and ember, everything they touch just like turning completely black and just going into fire. However, having sat unused for 50 years, the majority of garments have been devoured by insects and were little use. The moths had gotten to them first. The delicious cloth. So I searched the mansion top to bottom for anything the beast could wear, heat up some coals, and set to work ironing what I found. At the time, steam irons had not been yet invented. We used plates of iron heated with coals. They somewhat resembled kettles. Ah. I even prepared meals for the beast, in order to teach him proper table manners. Although the mansion in a nearly uninhabitable state of disarray, there's only so much I could do in the kitchen. And the supplies I had to work with were what was left in the cellar. As such, I was not able to put to use the cooking skills I had learned in the flaxen-haired family's time. You only learn cooking skills from them, no one else's then, okay. Now, you mustn't eat with your hands. Do you want to get your fingers and face dirty? I'll eat how I want. You eat using a knife and fork. See? Like this. I feel like I'm teaching a young child. He does not like being treated like a child. Like a young coupling. Oh my, what are you holding your head for? All these rules and niceties, honestly, are giving me a headache. Oh dear. I should be teaching you to speak before table manners. Have fun teaching him linguistics and English. No matter what form it may be. Worry not, we have plenty of time. You needn't act so frightened. Speaking whispers and growlings and metal screechings. Like a fork on a plate. Or perhaps you do not want to be understood at all. I think the answer is maybe yes. Would you be so kind to tell me your name? You are, for now, still a guest. It's too soon for me to call you master. Or am I mistaken? Your name? That's what people call you. I have the no name. How about I start by telling you my name? I am called... Well, I'm not gonna tell you that, master. Bestial. Bestia? Your name is Bestia. Interesting name. I see. Then what is it I should call you? That is what I should call you. Bestia. Either Bestia or Bestia. I like Bestia better. Thematically appropriate. My, you seem to be very perplexed as to how I'm still alive. You just have some quality that no one would ever want to attack you, honestly. That's what it is. That's all what it is, milady. He had, in fact, intended to cause me harm. However, immediately, curse. I am a servant of the house, so just, killing you or intending to harm you would be like harming the house, then, the curse just would wrap upon you even much more sooner. Okay. The beast called himself Bestia. It's a curious thing. When his name, he seemed to take on a new importance in my mind. He was not a mere beast, the thing called Bestia. You just assume that now every person that calls themselves by a name, honestly, is now an important thing in your mind now. Master, should I ever have the chance to hear your name, I am certain you too shall become more substantial presence. Oh, even after all this time, after all these years, you never told her your name. Okay. But you must always remember, Master, even if you do not remember your name, and even if you never knew mine, you have always held a special place in my heart. Okay. I don't know how to take that, honestly. Are you saying, like, okay? I don't know what to take of that. And thus began my tranquil days with Bestia, slowly being to learn the human tongue. And I was, to be quite honest, rather thrilled. It sounds like a very more a different kind of thing to do, honestly. It's a break the routine, honestly. Yeah, probably think about it. It's probably more thrilling, honestly. That I'm dealing with them, the uppity, snobby royals, honestly, and now dealing with them, someone who's been living on the skin of their own teeth, honestly, for possibly years. I mean, to be certain, I was afraid of the beast. My fear was not so strong as my elation that there was someone else in the mansion, someone whom I could speak to, and someone that might become a master. Come now, you must pull weeds out of the roots or they will soon grow back. This is a task that requires perseverance. You do like this. See? There you go. She just pulls the weed perfectly out of the ground, roots and all, and nothing else. All the soil just like doesn't get clumped up in the roots, honestly. Only the roots. Again, every single time just seeing it, honestly. Every time just seeing like the beastie design, honestly, it just it's both so cool and also at the same time just so funny to me. Grass. Oh, did not expect that. What appears to be many plants on the surface is actually all connected within the soil. Just pulling the weeds out, pulls out the grass. Just pondering it over. This is a task that requires a man's strength. If there were other servants, they could do it. So apologize for making you tend to the garden, future master. Or perhaps now that you're all dressed up, do you wish to leave the mansion and find someone to fool, as the wolf did to the sweet little girl? Having no interest remaining in such a disheveled house? Come on. Just sitting there, just like listening to my kid's first words, honestly. Not what? Leave. Oh my, is that so? If you wish to stay, I shall not stop you. On the contrary, I'll gladly attend to you. I'm waiting for the person who's to become my master. Forever waiting. Oh, so even, oh, okay, so, oh, that's how it is, never mind. We just randomly appeared here. It's not just the whole fact of him, what was that, our character is honestly, like, him, probably some immortal being, honestly, just because since we, like, were almost compelled to come here, just woke up in the mansion here, then that is what's compelled him, what was it, I guess the maid to just, like, start calling us master, I guess, in a sense, but why is she so quick to call us than that? That's the one thing. Forever waiting. I should be able to watch over you until the day you depart this world, old and wrinkled. Do you not believe me? I don't even know if he has hair. Are you interested in becoming the master of this house? Will be. I had to wonder if you know what you're saying. Although it matters a little whether you do or not, it's the intent that matters, and I'll take you on your word for it. Like a binding contract with verbal speech. Oh my, look at that. Now this brings back memories. This is called a rose. Do you know what a rose is? It's a type of flower. No. Do not know. I see. Allow me to teach you. What you have here is not a real rose. The real rose is wilted and are sleeping in the soil. This is called an accessory. It's something women wear. Oh, it's something to fill off. Okay, then. Did Nelly actually wear, like, rose accessories in her hair, actually? I could definitely see that. Oh, wait, is this the jewelry that Mel Lily bought for her? At the very beginning? Oh, that makes more sense. She, like, threw in the ground then afterwards. Oh, boy. The beast had an ornamental white rose in his hands. An object someone, sometime, meant to give to someone else. Someone was meant to give it. Curiously, the white rose was just as stunning as it had been made the day it was made, despite being buried in the earth for so many years. I hear roses make wonderful gifts. Yeah, they do, but by this point they're kind of a bit cliched. He stared intently at the decorative rose. I presume the beast would either discard it disinterestedly or destroy it. Much surprise, Beastia held it gently in his hands, as though it were something precious to him. It looks good. Are you perchance, considering giving it to me? So you're not. Very well. Is there someone else you'd like to give it to? In that moment, a thought fluttered through my mind. The thing I'd found in a pool of blood and said that was a monstrous creature indeed. But perhaps that was not at its core what he truly was. Oh, I love these kind of stories. Again, I love these kind of stories so much. Like, oh, I love the concept and like the trope of like monsters or like misunderstood ones that are like at least kind at heart, honestly. I always love those those kind of stories so much. Oh, makes my it's heartwarming to me. Okay, so ask me a question. What is that you desire, Beastia? This mansion fulfills people's desires. If you yearn for something, the mansion fulfills people's desires at the same time puts a curse over people, so I can't tell if just because this beast man honestly is cursed enough as it is, that the mansion's curse literally expels it, or it literally decides to like wants to help this cursed man beast honestly to get its own desires honestly or not. So I don't know quite know. Once live peace. Aw. Ah, my heart. Look at that filthy thing. A beast. It's a beast. Aw. It's eating goddamn sand. You're really that hungry? Beast, you foul creature. Stay the hell back. Get any closer. Filthy beast. And I'll kill you. Several days passed by. This beast should be acting more like a person. The mansion followed suit, slowly becoming more habitable, though not yet back to its former glory. It's probably symbolic of how the mansion probably acts right now, like depending on how long people like it's like viewed in people's minds as being a very cursed house, honestly. And probably maybe the longer it's that beach like comes here, honestly, the more it seems more and more habitable. Because I would not doubt in my mind, honestly, that the maid honestly would like try to keep the house and upkeep, honestly, even when the Rhodes family like were long gone, but it still fell disarray, honestly. And it was already becoming more habitable now with someone else coming involved in here. Then yeah. That or she's probably just depressed, which yeah, I won't fault her for. No flowers grew in the garden, but neither were there weeds infesting it. The dusty corridors, shattered windows, rust-covered kitchen gradually returned to their proper states. Beastia learned how to change his own clothes, how to draw a bath. No longer did I have to wait on him hand and foot. He could take care of a number of things all by himself. When lacked for food, he acquired from the forest. Hunting? Never did he go to purchase supplies in the village. Rather, he captured hares and gathered herbs to get hidden in the overgrowth. They were days of incident, and though such a life may be one for excitement, peace is something that you mustn't take for granted. Those who have it cast it aside, finding the leisurely flow of time dull. Only those who have never experienced it truly know how precious it is. Beastia appeared to be content. He wore an expression of solitary serenity. So either I'm wondering how this is gonna take a turn. As either Beastia like decides to either go to the village and maybe try another hand at socializing, or like trying to have peace, or like really just stays the rest of the day here with probably them growing up honestly from people like literally just calling it like a beast honestly all its life honestly, and almost trying to kill it, or like fearfully just driving them out honestly. And either they stay in the mansion for the rest of time until like someone else comes here and they cause another tragedy, or yeah, like the beast is not here when we got here, then this is truly the biggest tragedy of all indeed. Let the beast live. Someone? Is anyone there? Okay, never mind. Someone is here instead. Okay, then you're gonna be dead, or you're gonna cause you're gonna be injured honestly, or yeah, it's one of those three things. And then one day, a crack formed in the uneventful tranquility. Is anyone in there? Could you part with some food? I don't need much. Ah, so it's not someone who's like from the village, honestly. Like just someone like who noticed there's someone else in the mansion, honestly. It's someone who just stopped by for food, traveler. Some food and water. Just a little. That's all I need. Bisha looked over at me as if seeking my aid. Ironic, no? It was a visitor who was truly in need of aid. I pondered for a few moments, deciding that I could not simply turn away someone calling upon the mansion. Had Bisha ordered me not to let him in, I would have followed his instructions, but he said nothing. I guess another opportunity then, I guess. Oh, hi. Hi. Oh, thank God someone's here. I was afraid it was deserted. You said you were in need of sustenance? Every time I hear the word sustenance honestly used now in this day and age, it honestly has always been used as a joke. Yes. Doesn't have to be much. Anything to quench this thirst. I got lost, and it's been several days. Give me a few minutes, I will find. Let him in. A firm, deep voice came from behind me. I was quite startled. When had the beast learned to act so much like a human? Probably watching you. When had he learned to speak so clearly and to behave so much like a master? Upon seeing Beastie, a look of terror appeared across the wet wanderer's face for a moment. To my eyes, Beastie was the very image of the head of the house, but to an outsider, he probably appeared to be nothing more than a beast in man's clothing. Probably a bit weird. Prepare him a meal and a bed. I expect he's quite tired. Thank you very much. By the time the fear drained from the man's face, Beastie sat precariously in the border between man and beast. Though he still had his doubts, the wanderer revised his first impression, deciding Beastie was human. As the wolf had fooled the little girl in the forest, he too succeeded in playing the role of a man. No, it's just a trick of my mind, honestly, the merchant thought to himself. I thought I was a goner for a while there, but you really came to the rescue. And a meal like this on top of that? You really didn't have to. Well, I guess it's an appropriate thing to say as I'm eating. What kind of meat is this? Rabbit. Yeah! Hare. It's damn tender for a rabbit. And here thought it was beef. You have quite the skilled chef. Oh, is she the one who cooked this? Is she your wife? Oh, no, I'm merely a servant. A female servant, huh? Don't see that very often. Huh. This mention's full of surprises, I can hardly believe it. Lost for days, and as soon as I think I'm dead, there it is. Thinking back on it now, it's miraculous. Or they called you to it. It's like Silent Hill. It brings all the cursed people onto its borders. But why are you two living alone in a house on a cliff? Oh, I beg your pardon. Asking so many questions without telling you about myself. My apologies, just a little too excited to finally see other people. I'm a merchant. I do international trade. Until a few years back, spice exports pretty much all came from one place. Now we established trade routes of our own, my country is fighting tooth and nail to push its exports. And in fact, some have lost a few teeth in the fight already. But that's just how it works. It's a cutthroat world. You do what you must to survive. That's just how it works, the merchant said, a sorrowful look in his face. He's certainly quite clearly putting on a show, though. I feel like that's going to be the thematic words for this this door, honestly. That's just how the world works. Oh boy. Confidence in himself and his homeland radiated from that man. I came to this land to do business, but much to my chagrin, I somehow end up lost in the forest. Hopefully didn't eat most of your supplies then, that you were going to trade. Had I wandered for much longer, I'd have lost a chance to ever see my beloved again. Your beloved. Yes, sir. I'm constantly on business. So only get to see each other a few times a year. But she always waits for my turn. I'll introduce you to her if you ever get the chance. She's a pretty girl, not especially striking. Is that so? The merchant was a man of many words, and I, for one, do not mind a lively supper table. Though I not know how Bestia felt, at the very least, I was glad we had invited the wanderer into the mansion. He was, after all, holding a proper conversation with someone. He seemed to be having success considering his piercing, beast-like gaze. Just restraining it back to look more human-like, okay? The mist just forms whatever shape it can. However... Oh, right. I stopped by the village before entering the forest, and I heard a bone-chilling tale there. Oh, yay, the mansion! As soon as the merchant brought up the subject, a palpable tension spread through the room. They say there have been sightings of a beast. Well, none here. It's a creature unlike anything anyone's seen before. Not a wolf or a bear or anything like that. Even had the village once, killing several people. Thankfully, the man managed to drive it out. The creature's still alive. Nothing in this world is scarier than a vicious beast. Kill him. So you should keep an eye out. Wouldn't want to accidentally let a murderous beast into your home. The villager's insistence, I had the smithy forge me a knife. Is that knife? Huh? With you now. Well, yeah, I got it on me. Only good to befriend myself with, but it's better that knife. Brought that knife. You're here to kill me with a knife! What? You're going to stab me again and again with a knife like you did last time! That's why you're here, isn't it? What are you talking about? What's gotten into you? Stab and stab and stab! Calm down, what are you worried about? I'm not gonna hurt you with this. The trauma. What did you just say? That's what he said. I had to imagine that before the wolf ate the poor little girl, he said, is this what I always look like? That beast. What's your problem? What's wrong? Talk like a human. It's me. Stop! Stay back! Getting closer will stab you to death. You act like you only just realized I'm a beast. That's right. I'm a beast. I killed them. Stay back. I'll do the same to you. Help! In his hand, Beastie held a sword. Perhaps it had been hidden under the table, maybe behind his chair. Regardless, it was as though he had expected this to happen. Oh! The merchant kicked aside a chair, turned to flee. The beast closed distance in an instant, knocking him back. He lost his balance slid against the wall, but still he made to escape, though the beast stood blocking his path. Okay, then, yeah, he's not getting away out of this alive, honestly. There's no way. There's no way. No, please, stop this. Don't kill me. My beloved was waiting for me back home. Nah, not for much longer. She's gonna see a zombie walk into her house. I can't leave her behind. And why should I care? Oh, yay. Nice scream. A dreadful scream echoed through the dining room. I reflexively covered my ears. Please help. Someone. Anyone. No one's going to come for you. This mansion's a long way from town. Help. The woman, where did she... Why is she here? She was just... Oh, she's having a fun time cooking, honestly. She's doing other things. She's busy right now. You'll kill me if I don't kill you. So I must show you that I will. I must show you that I'm serious. I must kill you or you won't understand. You just won't understand. I'll show you firsthand. You won't understand. I'll make you understand. I'll make your flesh and bones understand. Kill. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Kill you. Monster. That's right. I am a beast. He's still going. It's like show Bloodlust. I'm probably finding the introduction to the story way better, honestly, than the last one, honestly. I do love a good monster story. They've been enjoying a peaceful meal around the table together just minutes earlier, but he had to bring that up. He had to bring that up. It's all his fault. It's all the merchant's fault. No one else's. No one else's. So what had triggered this? If I were to guess, the merchant saying the word knife is what caused the beast to snap. He literally just complimented the cutlery, honestly, and I would go the exact same way, but nah. Simple small things set him off. Cannot comprehend it. You probably have no idea. I don't know how long what was it, Beast Shielded, honestly, but probably not to know about knives and probably pitchforks and honestly all that, torches maybe. Uh, Typical angry mob stuff. Yeah, probably like very much used to all that and like the threat of it all. Even when just bringing it up passively, honestly, and bringing up the beast and passing it just set it off. Set him off, honestly. I cannot comprehend it. Bestio had said he wished for peace, was staring down the ravaged corpse of the merchant. That's another thing, like, honestly, he had a unique sprite for just a split second before yeah, this all happened, so don't know if that means important character for a different time period, or Ghost is gonna appear again, honestly, or just, yeah. Huh. The look of ecstasy on his face. Master, can you understand what he felt? Even just a little? Oh, I already do. Do not yearn for peace, but for slaughter? Maybe both. Alright then. The laughter of the damned inside this mansion, just laughing at the merchant's death, honestly. Oh, hi. I'm assuming that's the merchant's wife then. Oh, and she's gonna start looking for him then, okay. Huh. Alright, that does it for today's shopping. And now the one we've all been waiting for. Snack time! There's something better than having a ham sandwich in the park. Oh dear, maybe I should have lowered my voice when talking to myself. Just shouting it loud. I'm having a ham sandwich! I hope no one steals it from me. It's so nice out, I just can't help myself. Does the weather have anything to do with talking to oneself? Not important. Food. I'm starving. Let's eat food. If he were here, it would taste even better. Wonder when I'll get to see him next. Pauline! Pauline! There you are! Oh dear, what's got you so frazzled, Mom? Oh, Pauline. What is it? Did something happen? What's the matter, Mom? Mom? Pauline. This isn't you, Mom. It's not like you at all. I heard a scream in the woods. Tell me what happened. I told you to stay away from men who trade. Huh? Oh, Pauline, my dear daughter. Why must God be so cruel to such a sweet girl? Oh, did the beast actually, after, killing the merchant, literally just, throw the body into the village? Okay, then. How else would they find, his body, then? Or, what other reason would, the mommy think, honestly, through all this time, that, now of all times, he's never appearing again? Why must God be so cruel to such a sweet girl? You're hurting me, Mom. Don't squeeze so tight. What's gotten into you? Listen carefully, Pauline. You must be calm and hear me out, understood? You're definitely doing a good job of that. Your lover, the beloved man you wait for, is dead. Yeah, he kinda coming to him, don't worry about that. The beast's humanity began slipping away from him after that encounter. Oh, he was getting semblance of humanity before the word knife was said, like a trigger word. God. He returned to the thing I'd found in the cellar. Actually, he proudly mentions halls looking more barbaric than ever. Okay, don't destroy the furniture, please. Despite all the effort he had put into learning to act like a human, he now ripped the velvet curtains off the wall, howling shrilly, swinging back and forth through the hallways, and ravaging the garden. I watched him intently, though from a distance. Beastie was not merely a beast, but now an out-of-control, bloodthirsty beast. Now with the added capacity to actually speak. Just a few days ago, we had been tending the garden together, but that was no longer possible. I was quite disappointed. Man, well, it's not turning into a monster good story, but I still love those stories a lot, and this is still interesting to me. There goes the wine. There goes the fancy glasses. Eventually, Beastie discovered my hiding place. Oh, you were hiding the entire time, okay. I had not felt regret in a very long time. I felt deep regret in that moment. You were hiding. from the person you're trying to serve for a bit. He was the guest. More. Don't have enough. Not enough. I need more. I need more. I must satisfy these urges. Are you saying peace is not enough to sate you? Did I mishear you when you asked for peace? I'm mistaken. Ask for peace won't solve anything. Blood, despair, eyes full of terror. These are the things I need. I've always known it. This is meant to fill people's desires. Then, give me prey. No more hares, live humans. Why did I ever teach him to speak human language? Probably because you offer benefit of the doubt. Before long, the mansion granted his wish. Once a week, a villager or traveling merchant from somewhere would wander into the forest, ending up at the mansion on the cliff. Though something felt suspicious with the man who greeted them at the door, on the surface, he looked like a proper nobleman. So they all eventually chose to trust Bestia, for a moment. Mentioned an air of loneliness about it, but was adequate to provide rest for their weary feet. There was food and a bed. Most comforting of all, there were other people. The lord of the house treated the lost souls like esteemed guests. He poured them fine wine and had meat cooked for them. No one suspected the slightest that he was a beast, until it was too late, and the veil was thrown off. He put on a reasonably convincing act, because yes, I had taught him how to behave like a master. The visitors all went to bed contented, except for the very first merchant. That was on him. He said the bad words. As I'm sure you can imagine a master, they would never see the light of day again. The penetratingly bright sunlight particular to this area. I'm sitting after every single day, blood just coated the floors in my single bedroom, and they had to clean it out. They just led the villager to a different room, honestly, to sleep there instead. There's quite a lot in this old mansion, honestly, from the sound of it. So many rooms from the old maids, honestly, even the white-haired girl to sleep, honestly. Yeah. There's probably plenty of rooms. A beast is a beast, you disgusting creature. You hideous monster. Kill him. That's how you was wont to do things. Revenge, retaliation, yippee. I'll play your little game. I'll play even better than you. I'll kill you. I'll slaughter you. Yeah, that's the screenshot I remember seeing in the Steam page. Yeah. No, please don't. That's it. Cry for me. Beg for your life. Pray for my mercy. Weep and struggle and suffer and die. No one understands. No one can possibly understand my despair. What did I ever do? It's just because I'm a beast. Did I become a beast? Why do beasts that die? Beasts are savage and so they must die. A beast, therefore I'm savage. In which case, I'll kill them. I'll show them what makes a beast so terrifying. Moonlight crept through the torn velvet curtains, shining down upon this blood-soaked beast. Look at all the lovely corpses strutting around. At least there's enough food for the beast, I guess, to eat on his own lonesome before more villagers or merchants make their way through, honestly. The sight that would incite terror in anyone. Look at this. No one can stand up to me. Humans have no chance against beasts. Or they just didn't realize they would need to fight against you, so yeah. And there's some hallowed halls of lower guards, honestly. More. I need more. Give me more prey. The magic continued to sate the beast's demented craving, sending not one, but multiple villagers into his claws. Into these blood-stained walls, off which echoed his monstrous howls. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, I love this. Stop, please. I'm begging you, spare me. Oh, God. Sorry. I'm not familiar with your god. Oh, that's a great line. beasts have no need for gods. You know, the gods have made you to be be ostracized and reviled against everyone else, and yeah, makes sense. Oh my god, there's a lot of cool shots, honestly, right here, honestly. Combined with all them, with the low with the low opacity, like different veins in the background, honestly, overlapping with the beast's face, honestly. Oh, it's so good, it's so cool. Oh, so like the veins, honestly, right here are gonna be I guess the trademark overlap, honestly, for this story of the door. Like how Rose is, honestly, for the last one. Ooh. I have a wife and son back at the village. Please let me return to them. Why don't you bring them back to me? I'll send them to the same place you're going. He's having a fun time. I am a child. Please let me go. Are you now? In that case, I'll kill a baby first. You damned monster. That's right, I'm a monster. Takes with pride. And by killing, no one can defy me. I had to show the world that that beast, the most frightening things in this earth. The beast began to change his style, making sick banquets out of his kills. Some days, he would tie his guests up in the cellar, playing with them for hours until they finally died. Yay, torture. Some days, he'd drain them of their blood and bathe in it. Oh, okay. Hardcore. Some days, he would spread them out on the table and feast upon them. I was expecting that more, honestly. Every week, another atrocious party. He did everything imaginable. Atrocious party. With a faithful servant in his house, I'm confident I can do most anything I'm asked. Though, you can imagine my surprise at having to use the cooking skills I learned while serving the flaxen-haired family to do that. I can only wonder if it actually tastes any good. What do you even eat, by the way, actually? Like, you just don't eat at all, you're just like a ghostly apparition of the place. Like, by this point it makes more sense, but like, the more and more I'm just wondering. The more and more I wonder. Beastie's peculiar sword was always with him for his twisted banquets of self-gratification. However much blood stained it, there were lots of sheen. It sheen, shimmer, and shine. The blood is sucked into the blade, honestly, nothing else. It never rusted, honestly. The sword is used to this kind of business. It was as though the sword drank of the flesh of the humans. It borrows the life force, honestly, of Beastie as well, honestly. Master, can you imagine just how wretched I felt? The mansion, once a beautiful sight to behold, reeked of death and acrimony. A stench of rotting flesh seeped up from the cellar. Even the years it spent forsaken and ruins were preferable to that. Or perhaps I only had myself to blame. It was I who invited the beast into the mansion. More. Not enough. This is enough to satisfy me. But Beastie still sought to hold more of his perverse parties. Pretty fun parties, from the sound of it. Lost villagers were no longer able to quell his urges. He was indeed a genuine beast. So slowly just gonna go towards more I guess attacking the main town, I guess, than and either it's either like the story's gonna prove that no matter, like, even if I'm what was it, the person who becomes the master of the house honestly like wants to become wants to like spread a curse, honestly, misfortune and everyone else. Either literally depending on how the countenance of the person, honestly, either the story's gonna end with the beast honestly like fled away from the villagers themselves, or like the mansion like wants to bestow misfortune upon anyone and everyone. Doesn't matter if they align with the mansion's goals or not, honestly, cursed or not. He was indeed a genuine beast. In time, this is what he began to wish for. Can't you get me any better prey? Something truly exquisite. What's more exquisite than travelers then? You want more noblemen or something like that? Something to I don't know, like absorb I guess the more royal regality, I guess. The perfect prey to quench this maddening thirst of mine. Do you know what he meant when he asked the perfect prey, Master? Perhaps a hero, someone courageous enough to stand up to him, with whom he could enjoy a battle to the death. Yeah, I could probably imagine that, honestly. Perhaps a dazzling young nymph to satisfy his other primal urges. Oh, okay. Or perhaps what he wanted was not human at all, but demon, or a phantom. Oh, that'd be a sight to see. I would soon find out, as the mansion intended to grant its wish, bring in a guest to the house on the cliff. Humble laughter, I guess. If the devil guides us, if God guides us, then perhaps I could accept that this was fate. It makes sense that I'm here. Hello. Is anyone there? I lost my way. Would you please be so kind to spare me a little food? Probably at this point, honestly, from how many people died, honestly, those words are probably like the... There's only been the variation of that same singular line, honestly, everyone who knocked on the door, honestly, every time. It's like routine again. Ah, there. There it is. There comes the poor little offering. The poor little morsel. I never learn. Well, I don't know what they can learn, honestly, if they've never seen you before, honestly. They just keep coming again and again. Magic keeps granting my wish. I'll be glad to provide you some food. And you're welcome to stay the night, get some rest. I will have a room prepared. Oh, hi. Another white-haired girl. It runs in the family. Then I suppose I shall take you up on your generosity. I've been wandering for a very, very long time. Was that Master? You recognize her? Not really. Imagine you would. That white hair, those red eyes, skin the color of freshly fallen snow, and the flawlessly beautiful visage. You could not possibly mistake her for anyone else. Either the same person, or, she was the only one who got an heir, yay. He cannot possibly mistake her for anyone else. And no, it is not so happens to resemble her. I can understand why you'd be surprised, Master. At first, I could hardly believe my own eyes. The wanderer knocking the door that day was the very same fair-skinned young woman who visited the mansion so many years earlier. The white-haired girl must have spent many, many a night in the forest. Her crystalline skin was covered in red scratches from where she had brushed against stray branches and tree bark. She'd even lost her shoes, was standing there barefooted, looking quite disheartened. That did not make her any less beautiful. In fact, you could just imagine the dense forest canopy parting to allow the sun to shine down upon her. But, did she already, from the sound of it, if she was knocking the door and said those words, then, guess that means she already knew that, the Rhodes family already left? So many years ago, I guess? Or she was just desperate to take a chance again anyway? The beast appeared surprised by her angelic beauty as well. It seemed as though all the madness drained from him in that moment. Okay. He said nothing, but his eyes told all. He was entranced by the sight of her ruby-red irises and her pure white hair. So maybe it's not a whole thing that Mel is honestly, like, had a crush on her just because, like, the ancestral brigade, but, literally just, that's her curse, I guess, in a sense. Anyone who's in this house gets, gets a crush on her. Yay. Pardon? I'm a beast. This is what I asked for. Something to quench my thirst. You're allowed to be happy. As I said, it was only for a moment. So rejoice. Now just how gratifying it will be to see such a beautiful woman writhing in the throes of death. Follow me. I'll have a bath drawn as well. And once the moment had passed, the beast was barely able to contain the wellspring of madness from within himself. He wanted nothing more than to run his sword through the white-haired girl at the very instant, to torture her, to defile her. He tended to her wounds, served her supper, and drew a bath for her. Afterwards, the beast even made to provide her with a dress to wear. Even the outfit she had only worn for one night so many years before was there, waiting for someone to put on again. For her to put on again. The mobs and insects never wanted to touch that dress, honestly, because they knew it was fate had to bring the dress back to the forefront again. It's the sunlight, I guess. Okay. God. He said she would choose anything she liked. She, being a modest young woman, said she needed not such a fine attire. And what a shame that was. I too wish to see her in a dress once more. I need not such fine clothing. You needn't be modest. No, that's not why. Are they not to your liking, then? No, I just... My apologies. You're very generous. Foolish girl. Smiling and call me generous. Oh, yay, those same words in the last story, yay. Simply imagining what a pretty sight it would be. Instead of her fresh blood splattered on it. Would red on yellow work? A good aesthetic. The sight of her life slipping away in it. I'm glad that, after wandering for so long, I ended up here in this mansion. A few hours, you'll be feeling the exact opposite. Get all the rest you need. Just see you again in the morning. I thank you. Beastie then made his way out of the girl's bedchamber, his mask coming crumbling off after only taking a few steps. Back from looking human, honestly, to just pale, just werewolf appearance, honestly, just after closing the door, immediately just goes down. There, that's precisely what I wanted. Just imagining a beautiful woman will scream. How she'll beg for her life. Hey, are you there? I mentioned to give me the perfect offering. Hey! Is she not here? You gonna go try to ask for the maid again? Is someone there? Hi. Yes, I came by to ask if there's anything you needed. I cannot offer you anything extravagant, not like before, but I'm here to provide you with anything in my capacity. Like, she always has to serve against the mass of the mansion, honestly, to their whims, honestly, so, yeah. It makes sense why. I don't know if would you even, like, try to even warn her about it? Or, like, just follow the, Bestia's wishes, honestly, to, yeah, state his own bloodlust, honestly. I appreciate the offer, but I need nothing. Being allowed to stay the night is more than enough. Do you work here in the mansion? Okay, is it either the same person, or you also get amnesia again, I guess? Yes, indeed I do. I've been here for a very, very long time. A very long time? You might think it's an odd question, but... Have we met before? Possibly. Well, did you only meet her once, possibly? Eh. Something about you seems familiar. Can't say, can't tell. And I get the feeling I've been in this mansion before. Yes, we have met. It was quite some time, though. When was it? It was an unimaginably long time ago. How long you been there in the forest, lady? Do you even have a human lifespan? Do you remember a boy and girl with flaxen hair? Flaxen hair? I apologize. Memory fails me. Is it literally just everyone who comes, honestly, to this place, honestly, like, forgets about what happened to them before, honestly, coming to this place? The mansion calls for them? Do you not remember me either? I see. You should probably not push yourself to remember then. There were joyous times, and there were less than joyful times. That's putting it mildly. But would you be so kind as to answer one question? What might your name be? My name... Finally! Name! Name! My name is... Oh, fuck. God damn it. I see. So you're... Again. Speaking bestial again. God damn it. Again? You should get some rest. I'll make some tea for you in the morning. At this point, it feels like we'll never know anyone's names besides anyone like I guess who is like the master of the mansion. And I guess I'm actually debating whether or not we actually even remember who we are. Honestly, our character, our name is just you, Detective You. I loved how that game utilized that name pun. Honestly, what was it? What was the game called? God, I can't remember what was the top of my head. It was an anti-mystery game. God, no, I need to remember this now. What was it? Who's Lila? That's a good game. Check that out. That's a really good game. I'll make tea for you in the morning. Also, go on. Close your eyes. Yep, can't warn her, honestly, about everything that happens. But Beast never waited for morning to come. The sword that smelled of blood hanging from his hip. The beast slowly, ever so slowly, crept toward the room where the white-haired girl slept. The time was soon approaching for the bloodthirsty beast to paint the walls with the young woman's blood. You should probably just paint the walls and the wallpaper honestly red by this point, honestly. It helps cleaning up, makes it better, honestly. Return her bedchamber to a gore-splattered altar upon which she would offer her to the devil. Oh, we're doing Satanism now, too. However, when he opened the door, the beast could hardly believe his eyes. She was not asleep, but sitting there as if expecting Bestia's arrival. Why are you awake? Did you not go to sleep? I heard footsteps, so I got deja vu all over again. And what were you planning to do when I got here? Surely you didn't think we'd simply have a nice midnight chat. I was hoping to ask what it was that you wanted. To ask what it was I wanted? Do you realize what you're saying? Can you not see what's in my hand? It's a nice sword. Nothing else. Decorative. Nothing else. Not a sword that's gonna impale me through the abdomen. You know exactly what I came here to do. Not really. Aren't you gonna beg? Aren't you gonna plead for your life? Aren't you gonna ask me to not kill you? If it's necessary. But is that what you want? What I want is something much more gratifying than your pleas. I want to hold a banquet. It's not enough. No matter what I do, it's not enough. But you will be enough to satisfy me, to quench this unholy thirst, to completely, wholly fill me to the bursting point. You want to know what I desire? I desire to devour you. Oh, okay. Beaches shoved the girl back, slamming her into the mattress, then stabbed a sword through the sheets beside her, looking down upon the girl, moonlight at his back. Clenching her slender throat with one hand, he drew his sword once more, holding the tip at inches from her nose. No matter how much blood it drank, the sword continued to shine gloriously, as though it had just come from the forge. It was an awe-inspiring, tear-shedding blade, the sight of which would cause anyone to imagine the misfortune about to befall them. Go on, mock me, ridicule the hideous, barbaric beast standing before you. The moment you saw me, you thought me unsettling, no? You averted your eyes, because I had food for you, because I gave you a place to rest. You pretended not to notice the beast. This is retribution. Retribution for your damned humans. Just, to shy away from who you truly are. That's all revenge honestly is. Okay. So beg for your life like they all do. Cry. Plead for mercy. If you say that you're ugly, then I must be equally ugly. What? What came from the girl's mouth was neither a plea, nor an insult, nor a scream. Is all these stories going to turn into a romance? This is turning into a reverse Beauty and the Beast, then. Full-grown men had waited before him, and yet this slight young woman did not. Despite this terrifying beast being upon her, moments away from extinguishing her life. Even I almost shrieked in fright. Bisha could not believe neither his eyes nor his ears. Do you not fear me? Can you not see what I'm about to do to you? What am I afraid of? I mean, she technically was already going to attack a certain other person she had a crush on a long time ago prior, so you can also consider this to be almost like karma retribution, but she's not exactly that frightened, it makes sense. I'm threatening to murder you! To rip your intestines out with these claws and watch you die in agony! I enjoy it more than anything in the world, filling others' hearts with fear. The more lives I take, the more I enjoy it. I'm a beast, driven by madness. What he expected was for the beautiful girl before him to desperately implore him for mercy. He wanted nothing more than to see despair seep into every corner of her red eyes. for he believed that it would be a truly sublime moment, euphoria unlike anything he'd ever experienced before. Beastia prodded her with a singular sword, poking a slit in skin smoother than silk. You may take mercy on me because you see me as pitiful. But she did not do as the beast wished. She looked up at him with sympathy rather than fear. This riled the beast. He'd never once seen anyone respond to him that way. What possessed you to say that? What on earth is going through your head? Mercy? Mercy? Do you not comprehend the situation? How can you be so calm? Scream, cry and shout, beg for me to spare you, throw yourself at my feet. Throw yourself at my feet. Otherwise I'm a beast! A beast that never tires of killing. To me, you appear to be a person. You're lying. You listen to the things I say and you respond with your own words. I was taught how to speak. I'm a beast who speaks human language. But you think. You use your mind to come up with responses. And you hesitate. If I'm human, and why do they disparage me so? Why do they reject me and try to kill me? Because I'm a beast. A repulsive beast. That's why, isn't it? I will do nothing to hurt you. We are alike. Alike? Don't be ridiculous. How can you say we're alike when you're as beautiful as you are? There's nothing beautiful about me. What value does outward appearance have? You have suffered much persecution. That is why you tremble in fear. I am not trembling. I'm not afraid. I can hear the cries of your heart. What on earth is wrong with you? Why are you not afraid? Why do you not scream in terror? I am afraid, but more than fear. I feel like I know now what my role here is. Your role? If you will have me, then I would like to remain here in the mansion. Are you mad? I will eventually kill you! Torture you, put you through hell, make you wish you were never born! That does not change my mind. Please, allow me to stay. I find it very hard to believe that what you want deep down is to hurt people. And I get the feeling that I'm meant to be here. That it is my role. Beastia was at a loss. He was perhaps afraid of this girl who did not fear him, and even tended to brace him. No hugs, no shove. But I'm actually liking this turn, honestly. She behaved too differently from all the other humans he knew of, who only ever harassed and pushed him away. Why are you so kind to me? To this beast, this murderer. Beastia's sword slipped from his hand, in the hard floor with a metallic whine. The sound died down. The white-haired girl extended her hands to the beast with the utmost of affability. Her fingers were white as freshly fallen snow, as in this area never saw. They traced his distinctive frame. They ran along his unusually shaped nose. They slid across his rough, yellowed skin. They drifted around his rather small eyes. The beast trembled once more, this time not out of twisted desire from deep within, but from the unimaginable comfort of physical contact. Her fingers moved so gently, so pleasantly, wrapping him in their warmth. Are you crying? A single teardrop slid down the arc of his finger. Looking into her clear eyes, Beastia came to realization. At the same time, he felt somewhat dismayed. You are without sight. Oh, is she blind? Taking the throes of his primal urges, the beast had not noticed, but there was an emptiness in the girl's eyes. She appeared to be gazing far into the distance, not focused on the man despite being close enough to touch him. Tears began running down on Bestia's cheeks earlier, when she had called him a person. But it was not until one of those droplets had slid across the back of her finger that she had realized. She would indeed have no need of extravagant dresses. After all, she could not see what she was wearing. That is correct. I am blind. But whoever decided that reality is only that which can be seen? Well, that explains why she heard the footsteps really quickly, honestly. And just a moment sat up, honestly. Makes a lot more sense. But, like, what happened out there in the woods, honestly, then? What caused her to go blind out there? I know not what appearance I have. The darkness, everything is as one. There is no difference between beast and man. If you're a beast, then I too must be a beast. To call the girl a beast would be paramount to eating sugar and insisting it was salt. Do pardon the trianalogy, please. But you know rather well, master, the white-haired girl was not at all what you would call a beast. Not just the appearance, but all the way down to her core. Nothing beastly about her. Her words brought him faint pain. The beast still felt, on some level, they wanted to keep her at his side, to see what would happen. His next words were large in part, impulsive. I am grateful that you cannot see. I wonder if there'd even be a person out there, honestly, that I'm, Well, I say that, but I immediately know there's probably be at least one weird person out there, honestly. There's, like, one person who wouldn't be that afraid, honestly. Yeah. With that exception, everyone had... just, again, if Mel wanted to, like, date a vampire, someone would obviously want to date a werewolf or a beast then, right? God. Keep bringing that joke up. I swear, if, like, more creatures appear in every other door, honestly, then that joke would just keep popping up and popping up then. God. With that exception, everyone who wandered into the mansion had lost their lives before the sun rose the next morning. She was the first visitor who had not met this fate. Over time, Bestia's madness gradually subsided. He even began to seem rather tame. Yeah. So, like, literally just that, honestly, what was the merchant, honestly, like, bringing out, like, a whole thing of him, even, like, even not, like, directing it at him, but, like, saying that, if they see the beast again, honestly, it would kill him, sent to a blind rage until all his time, honestly. I wasn't expecting this story to, like, bring her again and make to this story instance. I'm still down with it. I still like it a lot. Like, what was it? Again, I really like, like, more sympathetic monster stories, or, like, ones where everyone, like, always assumes them as, like, a beast, honestly, and nothing else, and that, like, seeps into their own, like, only, like, into their core, honestly, whether intentional or not, honestly. Because even if you don't believe, honestly, if, like, you're around someone, honestly, for so long, or, like, hear the same words for so long, even if you don't believe them, or, like, try your hardest not to let it get to you, at some point it probably will be driven to your skin, honestly, a bit. Honestly, almost like scarring against your own, like, mind, I guess. Yeah. Over time, Bestia's madness gradually subsided. He even began to seem rather tame. You hardly believe it was the same beast who had once reveled in those perverse festivities. He's now back to weeding the garden like normal. He was, I imagine, at a loss for how to behave. Might too be flushed in the constant presence of such beauty. But it was not just her appearance. She had said she had wished to live with him, a beast who committed countless atrocities. Perplexing indeed. Probably been so long since oh gosh, I wonder if this a whole, like, oh my gosh, it's like a Lamiwar situation with her, honestly. Something happened that caused her, her get to be blind, maybe amnesia, I guess? Or, like, literally because she was blind, even though she could only recognize the maid's voice, that was only when she had sight, and, just relied more on, vision instead of hearing then. She couldn't quite, remember it, maybe. Or who knows how long it's been since then. I can't remember exactly, what year the first story took place, honestly, now anymore. The story doesn't, like, what was it, like, focus in the years, honestly? So, it mostly just is there just to show, I guess, how long it's been between each, but, they never put a big emphasis on it, so... I can only remember like it was somewhere in the 1600s, honestly, and like you enter the door first. It just says that year, and they never bring it up ever again. So, what is the matter? Do you honestly not fear me? Do I appear to be afraid of you? No, you do not. But you would. See me, you were the same as everyone else. You would mock me, you despise me, you want to kill me. You don't know what I've done because you can't see. I enjoyed it. I basked in their terror. So why do I not want you to find out? I don't want you to know how many people I've tortured, how many I've slaughtered, how much blood I've imbibed. All the horrible things I've done. Horrible? I'm aware that all I've done is wrong. But I relished in it. I wanted for so long to slaughter them. Revenge. But what was it? It's, again, I've seen a lot of revenge stories, honestly, do the whole thing again. You keep getting revenge, honestly, and doesn't, like, it's, like, short gratification, I guess, and all that. I desperately desire to see blood. Human blood. What is it I crave? Murder? Or laughter? I said that I had no need for peace, yet here I am. Isn't the matter? Yeah, the beast is flip-flopping on his own goals and his wishes and desires. Don't worry about it. No, some tea. Oh, shall I make some? Are you thirsty? No. I made some tea. It's probably cold by now. I thought you might want some. You don't... No. No, I'll take it. What are you laughing for? Because I'm happy. Is it to your liking? It's bitter. Just get some more sugar in there. Their life together began quietly, their days without event. They had no extravagant meals. There were no swaths of guests leading life to the mansion's halls. But there's also no one screaming in fear for their life. It was a peaceful life Beastie had lost. Yeah, but based on the death that happened with him, he caused, honestly, it's gonna come back and bite him in the ass. I can already see that, honestly. So, yeah, the mansion's gonna cause misfortune. I can already sense it. I can already sense it. And he had returned once more to that quiet realm. I actually think I'm actually liking this story a bit more than the last one, honestly. Yeah. Honestly, from, what was it, how it's progressing, honestly. I'm liking it a bit more now. I'm a bit more engaged. Like I mentioned before, when going through Higurashi, honestly, when I played through that game and heard about this game's recommendation, honestly, I do like forbidden love stories, honestly. Yeah. It's sweet to me. What's the matter? You're always so quick to notice my presence. Yeah, she can hear you. My world is one of darkness, so I have a heightened sense of hearing. What is it like? How do you perceive the world? I cannot imagine living in complete darkness. I heard, like, it's not even, like, people are blind, can't even perceive or see darkness. They're just nothing. They can't even see a single thing. Occasionally can see light. Oh, okay, so, what was it? You're not completely blind, but like as I mentioned before, then something happened in the woods then. It just massively impaired your vision then. I guess for people, like for blind people born blind. Light. Not a radiant light, like the sun, but a soft light, falling in the darkness. Like a candlelight, I suppose. That only perplexes me all the more. I find it difficult to understand what you're describing. Is that so? It's difficult for me as well. I am not sure how to explain it. But it's not complete darkness. I can sense your presence, for instance. I can tell how windy it is from the way the windows vibrate. And also... Also? I also feel as though I can sense the wavering of emotions. The candlelight begins to flicker erratically. From fear, intense sorrow, or other similar emotions. My Emotions? I do not know. It could be yours, and it could be mine. This mansion's a very peculiar place. The candlelight is always wavering, and yet it seems somehow stable. It makes me feel as though this is where I belong. That's sweet. I don't think I understand. I'm a beast, so I lack the intelligence. You can speak and think. Maybe you don't have knowledge in books and all that stuff. That maybe even... Well, you have street smarts, honestly. You can survive out there for so long, so, like, you're intelligent in a different way. But you... I'm going to go hunting. Is there anything you would like? Whatever you like. Alright then, you find any fruit, that would be nice. Fruit. Makes it sound like he never had fruit in his life. He never had any side dishes before. Oh, it's sour. Did you bite into a lemon? You picked it before it was ripe. I didn't know. Is that a bad thing? I don't know anything. I cannot see, but if the fruit is still green, you're not supposed to eat it yet. What color are these? No, blue. Should I give you a hand preparing supper? Is he a bit colorblind, or Or like the vision's probably different too. Huh. I can ask for help of someone who can't see. You'll hurt yourself. Don't worry. I can tell, for the most part, where things are by touch and sound. Are you worried? Worried? Worried. Thought of blood dripping down her finger doesn't excite me. What's going on? What on earth has happened to me? If I appear to be in any danger or harm myself, please let me know. I have nothing to worry about. You do not seem any more comfortable in the kitchen than me. She always cooks the... Where did she go? I was gonna ask, honestly, when you're like she's proposing to make food on stuff like that, like she talked to the maid before, like where did she go? She's like, oh no, this is juicy, this is getting good. I'll let you two get acquainted. Honestly, I'll be here. Clean the rest of the house. You two have fun. Go on, go your merry way, go on your little romantic dates. Where did she go? She always comes when I call. Don't tell me you immediately forgot about her existence then. Okay, then. I hid myself away. At least she had learned how to go about his daily life with my assistance. The two of them had no need of others in their peaceful world. Oh my. What's the matter, Master? I swear to God, you, main character, you, I swear to God, if you say something about this, I swear to God, if you say anything about the relationship, I will smite you. I was not lonely at all, no. Okay, good. You didn't say anything like that. Okay. It was an absolute pleasure simply watching them. Seeing them from afar. I mean that. It was not my role to be at his side, nor was I the one to be at hers. If she can make Bestians the master of the house, then my presence is unnecessary. I appear when I'm needed, as I appear to serve the flaxen-haired family, nothing more. If they sought a servant, then I would show myself. Yes, certainly, but didn't he just say he called for you? He didn't? Okay. After some time, they remain asleep in the same bed. Doll. Oh dear, no, not for the reason you're imagining, Master. I already know that, okay? I already know that. It's just adorable anyway. That's why I said adorable. You thought no such thing? See? Look at that, see? That's for way later. They slept in the same bed. They did not lay together, but they're lying in the bed. Was the bed stapled to the wall? They did so, it seemed, because they were comfortable in the same place. The two acted more like family than lovers. Hey. Hello? Are you asleep? No, I'm awake. Is the candlelight wavering? Right now, it is very calm. I see. Say, tell me about your childhood. What? Me? Won't you? My childhood? Yes. I have no such stories to tell. When I was a child, I lost everything. My mother, father, brothers, everyone. So For as long as I can remember, I didn't have a father. I lived alone with my mother. I never felt like that was a bad thing. Things are different. Was she kind? Yes, very. She's a compassionate woman. But we were poor. And because I cannot see, my mother was the only one who could work. She would be away for long stretches of time, supposedly because she served a respectable house. I do not know whether or not that was true. Perhaps she was doing much more demanding work. I never asked. I believed not asking was best for her. From time to time, I would receive letters from her. Someone who lived nearby read them to me. The letters went something like this. Life in the mansion is difficult, but everyone treats me so well. They say I do good work. I'll be back with more money soon, so you be a good girl. Other than that, she allegedly expressed concern for my health and safety, as well as repeatedly saying how much she loved me. You have a good mother. I did. Nearly everything I remember my mother saying to me was written in her letters. So much kindness and warmth. Why do you not live with her now? How did you end up here in the mansion? Before long, she lost her life at her place of employment, and I was sent the money she had earned. It was, I imagine, enough to survive on. My mother was alive. She often lamented my blindness. If only you could see, she would say, and show you just how extraordinary this world is. So, reincarnation then, honestly, from the sound of it. Even though I can't remember if this is the next generation or not. So I decided I would visit a renowned physician in order to fulfill my mother's dream. A physician in this country. However, upon examining me, he said that he could not restore my sight. Dejected, I was on my way back home when bandits attacked. They robbed me of the money I brought to pay for my treatment. I lost everything my mother saved for me. The mother she gave her life to earn for me. I failed to repay her for anything she did, which cast a dark cloud over my heart. My world has always been wrapped in darkness. At that moment, I was in the deepest abyss. There was not even a speck of light. I was a complete loss. With nowhere to go, I simply wandered, with no destination in mind. And that was when I miraculously arrived at this mansion. It was as if it summoned me here. Possibly. You were being summoned from the mansion to fulfill my craving. But it didn't end up that way. I wanted the mansion disappointed. I see. I apologize for not having a brighter tale to tell. I imagine you were hoping to hear joyful childhood memories. No. Did they hurt you? Pardon? The bandits. When they attacked, were you hurt? You were so compassionate. I am no such thing. Not anyone else, no. I'm not compassionate. Looks at hands. I was perfectly fine. I took a few scratches, but nothing you need to worry about. I see. I believe that I am happy now. I was unable to gain my sight. I have money returned home. But I believe I left in order to come here. Is your life, right now, happy? I am terrified. Am volatile. I'm growing accustomed to this woman's comfort. I'm afraid of losing her. A beast should not have these feelings. A murderous beast. Take this. What is... Oh! The rose ornament? Makes a good gift, supposedly. I was gonna throw it out when I learned that... But I couldn't. I felt like I was meant to give it to someone. That could only be you. It is a fake white rose. A white rose accessory. Do you not want it? No, I do. I just, for some reason... The accessory turns red in your hands. Never mind. Thank you. I appreciate it. Look, this is honestly completely adorable to me, okay? Oh. Ah, my heart. Ah. Again, I do so love, like, monster tales like this and, like, forbidden love stories, and, like, combine that two, honestly, it's very intriguing to me, but I think we'll leave things off for right here, honestly. So with everything that happened with Door 1, honestly, it was actually intriguing, honestly, to see all that go about. But, since now, like, the story is, like, going this whole thing with, she's reappearing again for every single door, I'm assuming just, like, I'm assuming it's making a pattern, honestly. She appeared in this second door right here, and she's gonna appear in the next few doors, and it's not gonna be that same girl from you know, Mel and Nellie's time, honestly. It's someone else every single time. Maybe on, like, don't know if it's gonna be exactly the same, like, the same bloodline, maybe, or, like, just some version of reincarnation, honestly, but it's still there. Like, there's still that recognition, honestly, that curse, honestly, and almost, like, passing down, honestly, from her, like, asking the maid if, like, they met before, honestly. But she doesn't remember anyone with, like, flaxen hair. It's just that whole thing of, I guess, like, spiritually passing, like, I guess, the familiarity down, almost. It has, like, the story has a unique quality to it, honestly, quite a lot. Because, again, I haven't read a lot of stories that, do this, or at least they catch my attention lately, least to this, honestly, like, a bit more intriguingly, honestly. I've read a lot of Edgar Allan Poe stories, both in class, like, you know, for schoolwork and stuff like that, and, like, maybe one or two in my own time, like, some poems, but never fully got into it, because, like, probably just because combination of not understanding, I guess, like, well, like, Old English, or, like, how the words, or, like, you know, written out, honestly, from how long ago was it, so I couldn't understand exactly what they were going for, like, the vibes, or, like, what's referencing, honestly, but it's interesting to see how they're approaching out here through the prose, honestly. The atmosphere is honestly pretty great, even as by this music we're listening to right now with this beast, honestly. I'm actually kind of curious to see where this story takes it. It's gonna be another tragedy, I can already plainly tell and see. Although it's going to be another thing entirely if the beast dies, the woman dies, or villagers come around to try to find where people died. Exactly how exactly that one Paulina's mother actually knew, like that merchant died, honestly. And probably at this point it's probably like easy probably to assume that at least Paulina like doesn't appear again in them as a sprite, honestly. Like they just have sprites for random characters to at least you have like either remember like think down, honestly, to the point that these are actual people, like even though they're like they come here and they are only here for a brief fleeting moment, they were still people before and they're gone now. Time has passed, moved on, they were killed, murdered, or whatever have you, but they were still people then, which that's an intriguing way to put into the story, honestly. I like the little detail, honestly, because again, most, like, honestly, visual novels, like, take the budget, honestly, a bit more seriously, honestly, but don't really get that, feeling here, honestly. I mean, just look at how the backgrounds are, honestly. Even some of them are real photographs, them adding, like, I guess these overlays, honestly, to make it look a bit more, either more angelic or demonic, or, like, all of that. Especially when even the UI changes from the rose petals, honestly, and the kudzu ivory from door 1 to here with the mist and almost vein-like things like there in the fog, honestly, for this door's UI. It's honestly really good. It's honestly really fun small details, which I absolutely love to see and enjoy. You can probably see like like all those smaller details actually add up in the end to make something even more, way much more better. Hope I can actually manage to make something like that if I like practice, honestly, way much more and more as time goes on. This is honestly becoming something very interesting, honestly. Still wonder exactly if like all these doors, honestly, are like about people who lived in the Mansion before. What about our main character who was crucified and died from the very beginning. Like, even our first words honestly talk about us, and then we just appear in the mansion here. Like, it seems to be flip-flopping back and forth between this whole mansion and spiritual, like, realm, honestly, both residing in the physical and I guess in the afterlife in a sense. And we're seeing how the mansion interacted with people in reality, which is an intriguing thought. But definitely the story is way much more focused on fables, almost in a sense, and I guess in the more guided curse and supernatural metaphors, honestly. It's not something I'm entirely not used to, or at least how they're presenting it here, but it's interesting nonetheless. But I guess for next time, we'll see how Bestia takes to this new girl's presence, honestly. It's making it seem like it's literally just a more familiar bond, but I can definitely just see a bit of romance, honestly. He's literally just not used to this kind of like affection, or this kind of friendliness at all, he's this earnestly. That's why it's like, it feels like he's like taking almost all in stride, honestly. He's like struggling in doubt, honestly, all too much. But I guess we'll see how it takes all the sincerity and just complete earnestness from the woman for next time. So, hope fun time watch as I have been playing this. Hope to see you next time, whatever time that may be. And I'll hope a fantastic day.